Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is part of the Try It Tuesday. I'm going to talk about it just in a little bit. Let's go ahead and get started. DIY number 1. So for this project, I got inspiration from my dear friend Kimo over at Kimo Crafts. He created this gorgeous artwork and I knew from the moment I saw it, I wanted to recreate it. I'm going to link his channel in the description box so you can check it out. He is so talented. You will love his creations. So I'm going to take this 11 by 14 canvas panel that I had on hand. I didn't have anything larger, unfortunately. Then I'm going to take this under rug mat from the Dollar Tree, then the caulk from the Dollar Tree, as well as this spatula, and then this 3M actually craft spray glue adhesive. Now I cut out this under rug placemat in the size that I needed, and I sprayed this adhesive on the panel. Now it took a little bit longer for this to work. It's not like 3M that works immediately. It didn't get tacky right away. I waited a little bit longer and then I was ready to go. Now I spread caulking all the way around and I was just covering this rug under a rug placement. So you see me over here going back and forth. At the beginning, I didn't know how much I need to put. I realized later on that I really needed to put a lot in order to cover those holes as much as possible. So I think it took me, for this size of the panel, probably half of this caulking was gone. Then while it was still wet, I peeled this off, and then I took a plastic spoon to kind of recreate this circle in the middle, and also to make kind of a curved line with that spatula, similar to what Kimo had on his artwork. When everything was dried, I left it to dry completely. This is how it looks like. And then I'm going to take this Martha Stewart chalk paint in a color clay, and I will just dry brush it, especially on those places where I actually used either a spatula or the spoon. So this, I'm going in this direction. I didn't spray paint it like Kimo because this is my style and I wanted to make it modern yet rustic. So now I'm going to go and take this Rust-Oleum chalk paint in a linen white color and I will go over it just to tone it down a little bit. On the camera it looks like it's that gray is darker, but actually in real life it's not. It just looks a little bit shaded and I really like it. I wish you guys can see it. So this is how it turned out. I absolutely love this. I think it's so gorgeous. It was so easy to make, so inexpensive. And if you guys are recreating this, you can use any color, any paint that you want and make it your own. You can even, you know, create any other pattern that you want. It doesn't have to be circle, but I just wanted to show you how beautiful this is and how easy it was to make and inexpensive. Again, I'm going to link Kimo's video down in the description box so you see how he created and how he made his. What do you think about this one? Would you try it? This video is part of the Try It Tuesday challenge, in which we had to find a home decor piece that we absolutely got inspired by, that we loved, and give it a try and recreate it, and also give it a shout out to original owner, actually person that created it. The host of this challenge is my friend Sammie over at Unicorn Does Designs, and every month she has a different co-host. This month that is Indiana Jones. I really like both of these ladies. Sammie is such a sweetheart. She is very talented. Her channel has a lot of farmhouse decor, a lot of romantic decor, a lot of hauls, and so many great ideas. So you're not going to regret if you go over to her channel and check it out. I'm going to have her channel linked in the description box of my video. And her co-host is Indiana Jones, another very sweet lady, very talented and very positive lady. And on her channel, you can see a lot of crafting, DIYs, thrifting, store hauls, trash to treasure, and so much more. So go ahead and check out my description box for her channel linked as well. Now let's go start with the DIY number 2. I saw this cute piece at Coffee Crafts and Chaos Instagram page. She also has a YouTube channel. I'm going to link both of those in the description box. I have to admit, I did not watch her video to see how she made it. I wanted to try this on my own. So I got this little shadow box that I already had at home, then this styrofoam ball and this little cup, plastic cup from the medicine. And as you can see, I cut it in half with a box cutter, and I also cut this bowl in half, and I had this wood dowel that I cut down in size. Now I'm going to take this Martha Stewart chalk paint in a color clay, and I will give this plastic half bowl 2 coats. So after first coat, I went ahead with the second one and make it look a little bit textured. So I dabbed it on. Next, I'm gonna take this green acrylic paint, and I will just give a 1 light coat to this half styrofoam bowl. I wanted to make sure nothing shows through after I put the moss. So now that everything is dried, I'm gonna go ahead and apply this floral moss to this styrofoam ball using a hot glue gun. After I applied just enough, it was a little bit too much sticking out, so I decided to trim it with the scissors, and then it looked pretty nice. After that, I will put this dowel, just press it in and see how much I need to actually position it to fit perfectly in this frame. And then I'm taking a little piece of that styrofoam ball to put it inside of this mini cup, and then I am going to do the same thing, just press it in, and then I will hot glue all that in place. Now there was one thing that I didn't think beforehand. I don't know how, things happen. I did not stain this wood dowel. I wanted to do it, but somehow I just went with my craft and I forgot about it. So I was very careful when I decided to stain this with antique wax. It worked out. So now I'm going to take a little more moss, and I will put it inside of that mini cup, just so you cannot see that white styrofoam and to look nice. Now I'm taking this flower pick that came from the Dollar Tree, and I like these mini flowers on it. I'm going to cut off the tips, or actually just cut off those mini flowers, and I will hot glue them all the way around my topiary. So you see how it looks like. I'm going to just go ahead and hot glue it all the way around. Just sporadically, I didn't really have any particular pattern to it. I wanted just this topiary to have flowers around. Now I'm going to take this cotton twine, white cotton twine from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to create a mini bow. And this is a super simple bow. It's the same way you tie your shoes. I love these simple bows. And I'm going to cut off the tail and go ahead and hot glue it onto this mini cup. And that's going to be it for this project. I really like how this turned out. I think it's so cute. I love this 3D effect of it. And as always, I like how inexpensive it was to make. Now I'm gonna have the original video linked in the description box, so you can go ahead and check it out, see how she made it, and I'm gonna go ahead and watch it as well. I wanted to see that I think the same way she did. Tell me what you think about this project. If you're new to my channel, I want to welcome you. I'm Jelena, stay-at-home mom with 2 kids. I love creating a budget-friendly decor pieces, mostly in a rustic style, but I like to add some other elements like farmhouse and modern style. If something like that interests you, please watch my other videos, and hopefully you like them enough to stick around and subscribe. Also, if you're on a social media, look for me. I am on Instagram, Pinterest, and Facebook. I post over there a lot of my DIYs and something about my personal life as well. I also wanted to remind you that my regular upload times are Tuesdays and Fridays at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, unless there is a change like today. If I'm participating in some collaboration or a challenge, I'm trying to always let you know in advance what the change is going to be. Let's go ahead and start with DIY number 3. I saw this gorgeous, simple vase over at Lone Fox channel. Drew did such an amazing job. He always creates the most beautiful things, and I'm gonna have a lot of his recreations on this challenge. So he used the glass vase, but I had this oatmeal container, so I decided let's try with this. I peeled off the paper, and I'm gonna use this spackling to put it on this container. Now, since this was cardboard container, I'm sure that played a role why this caulking did, or actually a spackling didn't stick right away. So what I did, I actually decided to smear it first. That was way easier to give it one coat all the way around. You see me doing it over here. And then after that, it was so much easier to add additional spackling. So this is how it looks like after the first coat, and now I'm starting to do what he did, which is just putting big chunks of this spackling and just pressing it down with the hand. So that's all that is to it. I just put a lot of it and just started pressing it down and creating that shape like his vase looked like. So there's one thing that I wanted to tell you. When you're doing this, your hands are going to get very sticky because the spackling is going to start sticking to your hands. And then it's if you're pressing the same spot over again, it is not going to create a smooth surface. So you see me over here trying to find part of my skin that is not used yet to kind of touch up. So I had to go and wash my hands several times in order to have that clean skin to be able to smooth out the surface, but it worked. I mean, it took just a little bit of time, but it worked. Now that I'm done with the vase, I'm gonna go on the top rim, and first I'm gonna spread it out, smear it again a little bit from the inside, and then after that I'm gonna start just piling up that spackling on top. I wanted to cover up that rim to have a nice, neat, and finished look. So this took just a little bit more time because, you know, I really had to mold that, let's say, making sure it looks really nice. And now I'm smoothing everything out, and I will leave this to dry completely. I really left it to dry overnight, and this is how it looks like. If you want, you can certainly go ahead and either put a Mod Podge. I didn't want because I really wanted that stone texture, but I know I'm gonna go ahead and buy that protective spray to spray it over. I didn't have it on hand, but I absolutely love how this turned out. It was absolutely inexpensive. I used 1.5 of that spackling tubes, so it was $1.50. And I really, really, really like this. It's gonna be perfect in my new home. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share this video, and if you're new, I would like for you to subscribe. I would like to have you tell me what you think about this one. I'm gonna also put original video, Drew's video, in the description box so you can go ahead and check it out. Now, I wanna hear from you which one of these was your favorite, number 1, number 2, or number 3. Would you recreate it? Would you give it a try? I want to thank Sammie and Indiana Jones for hosting this challenge. I really enjoyed it, and I'm going to definitely join again. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.